What's up guys, Random Razor here with another tech video for you guys today. And today, I bring you guys a quick in-depth review of the Airbender mini case from NewTrent. This awesome keyboard case was sent for review, so as always, I'd like to thank NewTrent for shooting me one of their amazing products for review. And of course, without further ado, let's slice this open, see what we get, slap it on the iPad mini, and give you guys my full in-depth review. So taking a quick look at what we get, all I have to do is pop open the topper, and the first thing we introduce with, of course, is the Airbender case itself. There's a micro USB to USB cable in the white box to charge the keyboard and battery. We also get an instruction manual on how to connect the device, a few other options as well, and it looks like that's pretty much what we get. So taking a look at the case itself, it's pretty obvious by first impressions and first looks is that this is a very rugged case for the iPad mini in terms of protection as well as the aesthetic look. What makes this case really unique, however, is the way that it opens up and the ability and versatility that the stand has to offer in terms of a keyboard case. Before we continue, however, let's install the case onto the iPad mini and show you guys what this thing has to offer. As you guys can already tell, this case is a little bit reminiscent of the OtterBox Defender case for the iPad mini using that same polycarbonate and silicone design. However, it does feel a little bit slimmer and lighter, but of course, let's show you guys how to install this. So first off, you just remove the silicone material off the polycarbonate piece. Separate the two plastic pieces in half. First, grab your iPad mini here, make sure it's clean and everything, place it on top of the bottom part of the case. Next, grab the top part of the case here, place it on top, and as you guys can already see, there is a built-in screen protector in here as well, and just snap the pieces together. Next, just grab the silicone and rewrap it around the case. And of course, this should be your end result. Taking a quick overview of the case itself, the obvious feature that this case has to offer is a chiclet-style QWERTY keyboard. In addition, the keyboard offers dedicated iPad controls on the top here. For example, we have the home button, we have brightness controls, we have the virtual keyboard pop-up, so if you for some reason want to pop up the virtual keyboard on the iPad. We have the search button here, takes you to the search page. The slideshow button, so if you want to set your iPad to make a slideshow of pictures. You have your playback controls, forward, back, pause and play, as well as your volume controls here, including mute, as well as the lock switch. Both the case and the keyboard are made of a hybrid material combining polycarbonate and silicone to give you the best protection that it has to offer for both the keyboard and the iPad mini. The back here features a very large arm that holds your iPad in place and can be adjusted to various different angles for your viewing pleasure. The entire stand itself that's attached to the iPad can be completely removed from the keyboard itself, giving you kind of a desktop-style experience with a separate keyboard and monitor. In addition, as I showed you guys earlier, the entire stand can be completely removed from the keyboard or from the case on the iPad. So for those of you who just want to use your iPad without anything on it and just as a case, that is also an option as well. Taking a little quick overview of just the case itself, on the front here we do have a built-in screen protector that doesn't watermark or anything like that, and as you guys can see here, the screen shines through without any issues. Continuing on the top here, we also have a cutout for the FaceTime camera as well as the light sensor, in addition to a home button cover on the bottom here, and you still get a nice tactile feedback when you press on it. Taking a look at the right side of the case here, we also have volume button covers as well. You still get a nice tactile feedback, as well as a flap here for the mute and orientation switch. On the top here, our power button is also covered up. We also have an opening for the microphone as well, and of course a flap for the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the bottom here, we also have a grilled cutout for the speakerphone, as well as another flap here for the lightning connector to charge and sync your iPad. Finally, on the back here, we have a single large cutout for the Apple logo, which does have a plastic screen protector that goes over on top of that to protect it, as well as the NewTrent logo on the bottom left corner here, and finally we have the camera cutout for the camera lens. Taking a look at the various angles you can set your iPad mini at, you can pretty much set it to almost any comfortable angle that you wish. For example, you have your landscape mode here, you can set it back a little bit more, or you can set it forward a little bit more, or you can also swivel the iPad into a vertical position for viewing more space on a web page, and also, as I showed you guys earlier, you can detach it completely to give you even more flexibility. To connect the keyboard to the iPad mini is very simple. It uses Bluetooth technology, so it doesn't require any wires or anything like that to connect the keyboard to the iPad. All you have to do is go to Settings, turn on your Bluetooth, should be already on. Go to your keyboard here, there's a little switch to turn it on, and also hit the second button here to make sure to enable the keyboard to be discoverable, and it should pop up on your under devices here. Hit the NewTrent keyboard and you're pretty much good to go. As you guys can see, easily connected. Now for those of you who connect this for the first time, it's going to ask you to punch a few numbers in on the keyboard, hit enter so the iPad can recognize it and keep it in memory, and that's the only time you need to do that. Other than that, you just turn it on, hit pair, and you're pretty much good to go. In terms of the typing experience of the keyboard, I do find switching from full-size keyboard like the Apple chiclet style keyboards to a smaller one like this is that it's a little bit constraining where the keys are kind of mushed together. So I do find my fingers kind of slipping and accidentally setting off another key. However, after using this for a few more days, like pretty much any keyboard, you do eventually get accustomed to it. So it's not too bad in terms of trying to get used to this keyboard, and because it's a QWERTY style keyboard, you should adapt to it very easily. Overall guys, our first impressions on the NewTrent Airbender case for the iPad mini is pretty positive. It's definitely a more unique keyboard case compared to other competitor keyboards on the market by combining protection and versatility of a keyboard and a case. The unique stand implemented into the design of the case is definitely a nice added touch, as it not only adds function to the case, but also it looks really nice in terms of aesthetic. This is also definitely one of the more protective cases or keyboard cases on the market, as it combines polycarbonate and silicone, giving you a very similar kind of OtterBox experience in comparison to in terms of the protection that this not only offers for just the iPad but also the keyboard. In terms of any cons or changes I would make with this case, the only thing I would really change is mainly the bottom part of the stand here. You guys can see here, this part here is actually made of metal, but this part here is made of plastic, which I find a little bit flimsy, and of course if that part breaks, kind of renders the entire stand useless. So I think NewTrent could make one single change, and that is make the entire stand metal, thus to be a lot more rigid and rugged design. Like any keyboard style case, it does add a bit of bulk to the iPad mini, however that is to be expected with this style of case. But nonetheless, with this particular case, the added benefit with this bulk is that you get protection for both the iPad mini as well as the keyboard. Retailing at $49.95 on NewTrent's website, it's on average with other keyboard cases on the market, and one that's definitely a little bit more unique in design and versatility than a standard keyboard case. In conclusion guys, I definitely recommend the NewTrent Airbender case, especially for those of you who are looking for a physical keyboard case for your iPad mini. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course if you guys have any questions or comments about this case, let me know in the comment section there down below. Hit that like button as it always helps me out, and I'll see you all next video. Peace.